I'm Melissa.
And I'm Lisa.
We're realtors in the Shenandoah Valley.
Welcome to the channel.
Yeah, that's
Later,
right.
but I was going to shift over to being pre-approved versus pre-qualified.
Okay.
And there's differences, but I think
Yes.
that might be confusing to a lot of people.
It is something that can be a little, in the shady area. What we like to do is I prefer a pre-approval. A pre-qualification is going to be, you call me on Saturday afternoon at 2:00 and want to know if I can do a pre-qualification. Yes, I cannot do a pre-approval on that short of a time, but a pre-qualification is when they give me their best estimates of their income. I am going to pull their credit, and we can discuss this later too. It's called a soft pull. It does not affect their credit whatsoever. Doesn't even show up on the credit report as a credit pull. However, it does give me an idea of what their credit looks like, and I can look and see late payments, any of that, and it'll give me a score. It'll give me 2 out of the 3 bureaus as a score. And so once I have that, that's a pre-qualification because I can qualify them based on what they've told me. A pre-approval is once I have the documentation. They've given me 30 days most recent pay stubs. They've given me 2 months bank statements. They've given me their work history for the last 2 years, and all of that information to focus on. But one thing that Atlantic Bay does have that's really awesome and has actually gotten us deals for agents is the Buyer Boost program. What that is, it goes a step beyond. And when I write that letter to the listing agent, I'm stating this is the next best thing to a cash offer for you, because all that has to be done is your title work and your getting the deed prep and all of that stuff done.
Right?
The appraisal has to come in and all of that. But all of the assets and credit have been approved and you're done.
What happens if I don't qualify because of income or some other weird thing? Any way I can buy a house
It's funny that you say that because there's different circumstances. I've even had people like, say you're older and you're retired and you have retirement and you're on Social Security and I'm using your Social Security benefit. We can actually add to that and bump it up because you don't pay taxes on it. As long as you don't pay taxes, we can bump it up. It was 25%, but I believe now it's 15%. That can make a huge difference in getting them qualified. So that's your older or whatever, people that are on a fixed income. Sometimes there's ways to give them more income than what they've actually reported. The other thing would be a younger person that hasn't been in the job field very long. They're only making $16 an hour working Subway or whatever,
Right.
And which is great. I'm glad they have a full-time job. But anyway, so they want to buy a house really bad because it's the perfect house, whatever. Uncle whoever lived there and they need this house. So what you do is you see, do you have a family member that would be able to co-sign for you? They do not have to occupy the home. They don't have to live there with you.
Nice.
And what they can do is apply with you. They would be a non-occupant co-borrower, and you would use their credit, their income, and you still have to have pretty good credit. You still have to have credit enough, the score big enough to get in, but you can use their income to bring your debt to income ratios down. So, and then they sign. There's a little bit of a rate addition on there, just very small, but it's worth it when you look at what you can do. And then in a year, after you've been on your job for 2 years and you're making $30 an hour or whatever, you refinance it into your name and you're good to go.
Okay, thanks.
Well,
Because
there
that's
might be
different
another
than
question
credit
of
issues.
what are some things that might prevent me from qualifying would be also a good way to do it. We were actually talking about like horror stories. What not to do is sometimes just as valuable
It's
as
very
what
true.
to do.
I have just recently in the last week gotten a borrower that has an $1,100 car payment. Yeah, that's a big thing right now.
Yeah.
People are buying vehicles in these lenders out here for these car dealerships.
So things a new borrower should not
Yes. Do not
Buy a car, take out credit for new furniture for your house.
No.
That's right.
I had a girl sit here today and she was like, I thought I got back my earnest money deposit and my appraisal. And I'm like, why would you think that? And the words that I used are, you will get credit for those.
Yes.
That amount will come off of your closing costs, but it
applies
will
to
not come back to your pocket at closing, you know, and everybody wants exact numbers in the very beginning. If you can do that, then you have a crystal ball somewhere, because there's no way.
Thank you, Julie, for your time. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.